The top focus is the monsoon mayhem in the financial capital of the country, Mumbai. The Mahalaxmi Express train is currently halted between the Badlapur and the Vangani station, and around 700 passengers are marooned waiting for being rescued. 8 NDRF boats with rescue teams have reached the spot. Rescue operation is currently underway. The state authorities are in touch with Western Naval Command for rescue operations, and they have scrambled seeking helicopters to evacuate passengers who are stuck on that express train.
महालक्ष्मी ट्रेन को 5 मिनट तक हो गई थी। मेरी 6 बोट अभी काम करना शुरू कर दिया है और मेरी पहली बोट लोगों के पास पहुंच गई है। हम बहुत जल्दी लोगों को रेस्क्यू कर देंगे।
And the passengers who are stranded on that Mahalaxmi train have in fact recorded their reactions, so they've sent it out. Just take a look at that.
हे सैलूनमध्ये अडकलेलो आहे आणि सध्या आम्हाला पाण्याची गरज आहे आणि परत इथून जेवढं लवकरात लवकर होईल आपण बाहेर काढण्याची कृपया व्यवस्था करावी.
महालक्ष्मी एक्सप्रेसमध्ये अडकलेलो आहे आम्ही. आजूबाजूला सगळे पूर परिस्थिती आहे. आमच्याकडे खायला पाणी नाही, प्यायला पाणी नाही, खायला काही नाही आहे आणि या बोगीमध्ये साप घुसला आहे. तर कृपा करून आम्हाला बाहेर काढण्याची व्यवस्था करावी जेणेकरून आम्ही सेफ राहू.
So this is the situation currently in Mumbai, in Maximum City, as the Mahalaxmi train is in fact stuck between the Badlapur station and also the Vangani station. Year after year, these same visuals play out as if on loop when the monsoons strike. While it is a respite for a few, when it actually goes ahead beyond the permissible limit, this is how the Maximum City comes to a standstill. And right now 700 passengers are in fact they are troubled because of this Mahalaxmi Express, which is currently halted between Badlapur and Vangani. Vidya, my colleague, joins me on the phone line. Vidya, first of all, take me through the exact rescue operations that are currently underway. I believe NDRF teams with boats are there, and also some helicopters have been pressed into service to rescue the passengers who are marooned.
Yes, in fact, at this moment there are approximately 100 passengers, mainly women and children, who have been rescued from the maroon train, and also in the coming few more minutes we will see many more of the people, especially elderly, being taken out of the train. In fact, the authorities, the NDRF people are trying their best to hurry up this entire process of rescuing people, because these people have been stranded since last night in that very place, and they have not been able to move anywhere. But that's the reason they need to be rescued immediately. So that's the reason NDRF was pressed into action, and they have been working on it right now.
Also, Vidya, considering that the Met Department has mentioned that there is going to be rains for 3 consecutive days, that is going to affect the rescue operations further. But having said that, these passengers, like you mentioned, have been marooned. They are stuck there in that train since last night. Is there any availability of food and water supply? What is the word coming out from there?
Well, the first thing that the local authorities, when they, before the NDRF team could actually come in, it was the local authorities, the police, the railway police, as well as the local police, which actually reached the railway station in the before the NDRF team could reach there. They brought in food and water and tea and everything that they could gather, and they brought that to the passengers who were marooned there inside the station. Every minute the local authorities kept informing, announcing in the train, asking people to be calm and wait for the NDRF teams who would be rescuing them.
All right, Vidya, thank you so much. And in fact, we are flashing that news that so far NDRF has in fact managed to rescue 117 of those people. Let's see how long does this rescue operation continue. Meanwhile, these are trouble scenes that are coming from right next to the Badlapur station, where this train has been stranded. And after a heavy shower in the morning, life has come to a standstill in maximum city Mumbai. But severe waterlogging has been reported in low-lying areas like Sion. Water has receded from both Andheri and the Milan subway, and they are currently operational. Local services are running in all sections except for the Kalyan Kharjat section and the Khopoli due to heavy rainfall leading to overflowing of the Ullas River. Normal life was thrown out of gear as heavy downpour caused massive waterlogging and traffic jams in several parts of the city. It took 1.5 hours to cross the distance of 2 kilometers in central Mumbai. That was the situation after the rains in Mumbai. And according to the Met Department, the intense spell will in fact continue for the next 3 days.
Low-lying areas of Mumbai are seeing waterlogging on Sunday morning. At this point of time, we are in Postal Colony, Chembur. Here in the residential area, you can see there is some waterlogging is seen here in this area. It's a residential area totally, and hence the waterlogging is being, because the rains have stopped, there are pumps which are placed in this area trying to suction out water. The low-lying lanes where you can see people are trying to come out and reach to their workplaces are witnessing some kind of water, and it is not knee deep, but still there is water. But the thankful situation is the rains have for now stopped. It's around 9 a.m. on the Saturday morning, and waterlogging in some low-lying areas like Postal Colony of Chembur are still seen. With camera person Rakesh Salaskar, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today.
And moving on, there has been a stunning twist in the CBI bribery scandal as the Enforcement Directorate has in fact arrested Hyderabad businessman Satish Sanababu, who had accused the then CBI number 2 Rakesh Asthana of taking bribes to get protection in the Moin Qureshi money laundering case. The ED will be seeking custody of Sana on grounds that he tried to influence the probe against him by bribing certain public servants. Satish Babu Sana's statement had led to internal war within the CBI, which eventually forced the government to remove the then CBI Director Alok Verma and his deputy Rakesh Asthana. Now, last year in October, the CBI had filed an FIR against Rakesh Asthana, and they wanted to arrest their own number 2 officer. Sana Satish Babu had claimed that Rakesh Asthana demanded a bribe of 5 crores to provide him relief in an investigation linked to the meat exporter Moin Qureshi. Asthana always maintained that Satish Babu Sana was a part of Moin Qureshi corruption net and alleged that it was the then CBI Director Alok Verma who had taken the bribe to provide him relief from arrest. My colleague Munish Pandey joins me on the phone line. Munish, for many reasons, it was one word against the other when the entire turmoil broke out within the country's premier investigating body. But now that this arrest has been made, it all eventually depends if Satish Sana goes ahead and changes a statement. Then probably this will be vindication for Rakesh Asthana.
Yeah, very rightly pointed out, Griha. At this point of time, what is important for the Enforcement Directorate is to probe him in the Moin Qureshi case. But as Satish Sana's statement led to the internal war within the Central Bureau of Investigation, which eventually led to the removal of both number 1 and number 2, Alok Verma and Rakesh Asthana. So all the eyes will be on the Satish Sana's statement. Remember, in this case, the Enforcement Directorate will not only ask him about the 50 lakh rupees of transaction which is under investigation, but also the allegations that certain officials, and if we go by Satish Sana's statement, then a bribe of rupees 2 crore was paid to Rakesh Asthana, and the total amount which was to be paid was 5 crore rupees. So they will be asking him about those points also, and eventually Satish Sanababu has to produce evidence that this amount of bribe was paid to Rakesh Asthana, and if he fails to do so, then he will have to change his statement, and if he changes his statement, then it is going to be huge relief for Rakesh Asthana, because remember, CBI is already probing the case. They arrested their own DSP in this case. They raided their own headquarters. It was mess at that point of time, but Rakesh Asthana was later transferred to the Bureau of Civil Aviation, and if he gets a clean check, then in 2021 there will be high possibility that Rakesh Asthana may become the next CBI Director.
Right. Manish, thank you so much for all those details. The top JeM commander of South Kashmir, Munna Lahori, has been killed along with his local associate after a night-long operation between the terrorists and the security forces. The security forces say that Munna was known for IED making and he was also responsible for a series of civilian killings in the local area. Sources also say that Jaish-e-Mohammed had used him for recruitment in and around Shopian. Encounter started between the terrorists and the security forces at the Bon Bazaar area of main town in Shopian in South Kashmir, and as the forces approached the location, the terrorists opened fire on them, triggering this encounter. My colleague Shuja ul Haq joins me on the phone line. Shuja, this is a big win for the security forces, considering this JeM commander Munna Lahori that we are talking about was responsible in a series of car attacks that had happened in the area in March and also as early as June.
Well, that's right. The security forces are saying that this is a big success for them because one of the militants who's been killed is a JeM commander, and he is believed to be an expert in IED blasts. In fact, one of the attacks that was carried out in Banehal apparently had his hand in it. So overall, it does look like a success for the security forces. Another militant has also been killed. That person is believed to be local, but both of them belonging to Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit. This encounter had begun early in the morning when there was a specific information about their presence, and security forces had laid a cordon and search operation in this area. Yeah?
All right, Shuja, thank you so much for all those details. Karnataka has been our focus for months on end now, and the politics in the state is full of twists and turns. Now, as B.S. Yediyurappa took oath as the Chief Minister for the fourth time, JDS MLAs want to support the BJP. Now, this is a development as JDS lawmakers have in fact told H.D. Kumaraswamy about their decision, who has sought time from the MLAs to decide whether to support the BJP or not. Meanwhile, Yediyurappa will move a confidence motion on Monday to prove majority on the floor of the House. The trust vote will take place at 10 a.m. And soon after swearing in on Friday, B.S. Yediyurappa swung into action. He held a meeting with the Chief Secretary and ordered them to work well. In fact, the rebel MLAs will get to Bengaluru on Monday, and they will reach only after the floor test has been completed, and in fact will be abstaining from the trust vote. After Congress, JDS and independent MLAs turned rebels, the total seat in Karnataka Assembly has come down to 209 from 224, and BJP has 105 MLAs. Shifting focus now to West Bengal, and in a move that could lead to a fresh face-off between TMC and BJP in the state, TMC's Rajya Sabha MP and close aide of Mamata Banerjee, Derek OBrien, has been summoned by the Central Bureau of Investigation in connection with the multi-crore Sharda chit fund scam case. Derek has been asked to appear before the probe agency in the first week of August. The CBI is probing a certain transaction recorded in the bank account of TMC mouthpiece Jago Bangla. Derek OBrien is the publisher of the party newspaper. The CBI has been investigating the root of chit fund money scam to find out the larger conspiracy angle. And meanwhile, Derek OBrien has in fact cried political vendetta. He linked the CBI summons to TMC's opposition to amendments in the Right to Information Act, questioning the timing of the summon. The West Bengal government has been flogged by 10,000 crore Sharda chit fund scam case, as well as 17,500 crore Rose Valley scam for several years now. India celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Kargil War victory on Friday. In fact, the nation remembered the sacrifices made by Indian forces to keep the tricolour flying high. Here are some excerpts from that event.
"20 years since India fought an 85-day war with Pakistan to wrest back the territory enemy stealthily took. The country today stood together to salute the valor and sacrifices of our brave soldiers. The theme for the event that commemorates the success of Operation Vijay was Remember, Rejoice and Renew. Remember the sacrifices, rejoice by celebrating the victory, and renew the pledge to guard our borders. Proceedings began with wreath-laying ceremony at the Kargil War Memorial in the presence of the three chiefs of staff. Then the victory flame merged with the eternal flame. The solemn ceremony over, Army Chief General Bipin Rawat warned Pakistan against thinking of a repeat of Kargil.
कि हमारी फौज पूरी तरह से सतर्क है और जिस तरह की कार्रवाई 1999 में हुई थी उस तरह की किसी तरह की भी कार्रवाई हम होने नहीं देंगे। पहली बात तो होने नहीं देंगे और अगर कोई किसी तरह की कोशिश करता है तो हम हर किस्म की कार्रवाई को विफल कर देंगे।
20 साल में जो खमियां थी उसमें कारगिल के युद्ध के वो सारी पूरी हो गई हैं। उन सेक्टर्स में जो हमारे काफ़ी बड़े गैप्स होते थे वो सारे कवर हो गए हैं। कारगिल जैसा वो उस तरह का घुसपैठ नहीं कर पाएगा। वो आई थिंक उस तरह तो इट इज़ बिहाइंड अस।
In Srinagar, President Ram Nath Kovind led Vijay Diwas celebrations. His visit to Kargil War Memorial was cancelled due to bad weather. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid his tributes. He shared pictures of his visit to Kargil during the conflict. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh paid homage to the heroes at the War Memorial in Delhi. While we renew the pledge to guard the borders, the fact remains several recommendations made by the committee that looked into the Kargil War are yet to be implemented. The occasion is a reminder to be always on the guard to prevent another Kargil. Bureau Report, India Today.